Hello there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Onesie is here. So today I'm going to be showing you some of my gameplay that I played in NLP tournament, which is hosted by Aaron Crikey. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but he was one of my LBA friend. So he is kind of like an admin in NLP tournaments, so NLP Discord. So he hosted a tournament for the people from the Discord. So anyway, let me show you some of the gameplays that I have from my end. And in this cup I used Alolan Asmero, Bronzong, Frostlass, Clado and Venusaur. So I got some two spicy picks here. Venusaur running with Frenzy Plant and Sludge Bomb, obviously Vine Whip as a fast move, and Clado, I'm not running Confusion on Clado, I'm running Mud Slap. Mud Slap is really good against this Alolan Muck and stuff, and yeah, so it's kind of like a spicy pick. So I thought let's create a team with Clado and see how well I can do. I actually chose this team 20 minutes prior to the tournament, so I did not have any practices or any sort of mechanics or anything like that. I did not even get the chance to sim it. Alolan Muck with the normal moveset like Dark Pulse and Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, and obviously running Snarl on it, and Asmero with Ice Beam and Play Rough rather than a Hydro Pump. So Ice Beam to like bait and stuff, so Play Rough is kind of like the biggest move that I'm gonna put into this Asmero. Bronzong obviously Bulldoze and Psyshock I think, and obviously Confusion as a fast move for the Toxicroak and so on. And obviously as you can see, Frostlass is one of the main pick for me, which is a ghost type, and obviously it runs Powder Snow as a fast move, and also it runs Avalanche and Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is a big nuke move, so obviously that will help me like win a couple of games and stuff. So why don't we just go into the gameplay and see how well I do. So I'm playing against Alfie Daisy Matt, so one of the good players from NLP Discord. So he was running Grambo as a lead against my Bronzong. So yeah, so he switched into Hypno all of a sudden. Then I brought in my Alolan Muck as a counter. So all these Dark Pulse is gonna hurt real hard, so you need to use the shield or just go down at once. So he uses a Thunder Punch. So Thunder Punch is like really good with the, it's alright against the Alolan Muck, but it won't one-shot it, to be honest. So I went for my Dark Pulse here, tried to get a shield, but he did not shield. So I got two shields available. I got shield advantage as well as the Pokemon advantage. So I just went for the Psyshock here against this Gramble. He uses a shield, so that's a good news. He switches into Linoone. Linoone's kind of like a really weird Pokemon that I go against. So I used the Psyshock there, so it took a little bit of good chunk, but this Confusion's doing the job though. So I had to use the shield here. So that Thunder would have finished me off. So I used the shield, then I swapped into my Frostlass here. Obviously I'm not using Hex as a fast move, so Ice move is just doing the damage anyway. So he brings in his Grumble, so I'm gonna go for the Avalanche. Then yeah, it was kind of like GG, well played. That was the first round, first game. So I'm going into my second game of the first round. So Alfie is gonna bring, oh, so this is a good lead for me, because Alfie's Hypno's weak to my Alolan Muck, so he brings in his Gramble. Well, I'm really slow on the switch, but anyway, my Bronzong is doing a really good job against the Gramble because of its typing, obviously Psychic and Metal, or Metal Steel, what I mean, do you know what I mean? So I use the shield against this Play Rough. I don't really need to, but I want to keep my Bronzong bit alive. So both got one shield available. I'm gonna go for the nuke move. I'm not even gonna joke around. So I'll go for the Bulldoze here. So he doesn't shield, so it's a good news for me, but both of us doing like really neutral, to be honest, because of the thing. But that Thunder Punch hurt me a little bit, so I quickly switched. I don't want him to farm me down. So I'm gonna go for this Dark Pulse here. So I don't know what he choose. So obviously that's the last shield from him. So he brought in his what's this thing called? Linoon. So Dark Pulse hurts him a lot, and Linoon's fast attack does nothing to me because of I'm being partly Dark type. So yeah, I'll fast move him down. So the only Pokemon he got left, which is gonna get a Dark Pulse to it, and yeah, it's GG. Second game won us off. Well played to Alfie. So going into the third game of the first round, so Alfie led with Toxicroak. So I caught the lead. So he quickly switched into Beedrill. Beedrill also weak to my Bronzong here, so that's really good. So 2 Pokemons weak to Bronzong, and here comes the drill run. Obviously community day move, and it was super effective against my thing. I should have shielded it, but I got a really bit of shock from the drill run. The damage, I didn't even see many of these things before I went into the game, went into the tournament, so it was just like really shocking. This Sorcerous Cup, I did not even like do much training like I used to do with the other cups, because of all these work and all the other stuff happening in real life. So anyways, so I use a shield there against this Grumble. Obviously Grumble's charms doing a lot of damage against my Dark type thing, as well as my Muck is kind of like obviously dark and poison, so it does a good job. This Toxicroak comes in. Yeah, so I quickly switched into Bronzong. This Mud Bomb's gonna do, it will take me out, but for me I just want to get this Toxicroak out. A little bit of energy left, so I just went straight into Dark Pulse to finish this Toxicroak. I believe, yes, yeah, it finished it off. Game 3, GG's. Well played to Alfie. So I'm going into round 2, first game against Levrin, such a good player. So I caught the lead, but he switched into Frostlass for some reason. Then I had to counter it obviously with Mach, but Avalanche is going to come out really quick because of the swap out and the energy lead. So I had to go for the Dark Pulse, get shield, or just try to get rid of the Frostlass. So I'm not gonna shield this one. You can see the damage on the Avalanche here. It's a lot of damage. So if I can't tank 2 Avalanches, as you can see. So obviously he's gonna use the shield here, so that Frostlass can farm me down, but I couldn't get 2 of Dark Pulse there. So anyway, so I still got 1 shield available, so I'm gonna bring my Bronzong, and obviously this is going to be a Shadow Ball. Yeah, I used the shield. So I was expecting a switch, but there's no switches, so I'm really happy with that one. Usually people are switch on this one. So I could have went for the Bulldoze. I saved the energy there. Then I went to my Frostlass. Then I went for the Shadow Ball here because try to get the energy advantage. Then yeah, try to go for the Avalanche here. I don't know, I think he probably like farming for the Hydro Pump, because he's running Acid Spray and Hydro Pump, I believe. So this Dark Pulse will finish me off, but my Bronzong got it should have went for Dark Pulse rather than Sludge Wave. So I just went for the Bulldoze. I think that was a mistake by him. So I went for the Bulldoze, and if this Dark Pulse hits me, I don't think it will KO me, but it will be in that range, so I can go do that confusion damage. That was GG. So going into the second game of round 2. So I'm running Bronzong, and I'm expecting a switch here from the Mach. No, actually I switched into, because that was a good lead for him, bad lead for me, because that Dark Pulse hits my Bronzong, it will be like a super effective damage. So try to switch on the move, so I managed to get that. So I soaked the Dark Pulse on my Mach. So he switched into Hypno there. I don't know why. Hypno is weak to my Dark Pulse. Yeah. So get to a Dark Pulse there. Use both of his shield. So I'm gonna shield comfortably here. Then go for like a couple of Dark Pulses. Do you know what I mean? Because as you can see, that Snarl's doing a super effective damage. I could have farmed a little bit more. But I don't want to take the risk here because it's game 2 as well. So I'm just gonna I'll get a fast move in between this, so I'm not gonna shield this one. But I can just, oh, he swapped to Wigglytuff, so he locked in here. So I can bring my Bronzong. As you can see, Bronzong's like doing a good job there. So I'm gonna go for Psychic rather than Bulldoze straight away because that's more energy efficient. I can shield this one and go for a thing, but I did not shield because Play Rough's not gonna finish me off. So I got what do I have? So Bulldoze ready, so I'm gonna go for the Bulldoze straight away. So luckily I connected the Alola Muck with the Bulldoze rather than the other Pokemon. So he goes for the Dark Pulse because of Frostlass having one shield available. So I get to finish it off with a Avalanche here. Then again, he's still got one Pokemon available. I'll finish it off with Fast Move, GG. So I thought let's take a Venusaur in this game and see how well I can play against his team. So he brings a Beedrill. So Venusaur's like weak to that poison jab or whatever move. Even infestation is also like really super effective against my Venusaur. So Beedrill went for the super effective drill run there, Community Day move. So I just went straight to the Bulldoze because I know for sure I'm not gonna get, it's pointless like, you know, baiting and stuff there. So I'll try to go for the Psyshock there, but it finished me off. So I could bring in my Venusaur, but this Muck is fully loaded with a lot of energy, as you can see. So I'm gonna use the shield here because I want to keep this Muck a bit healthy. So I'm gonna go for, no, actually I'm not going for anything because yeah, that was a CMP time. So I'm gonna go for Dark Pulse here. So I use the Dark Pulse, get the last shield, so I can go for another Dark Pulse here. And I need to get the Beedrill off my Venusaur. So I switched into my Venusaur and eat a Sludge Wave. And yeah, Beedrill comes in and I go for the Frenzy Plant. As you can see, Frenzy Plant does alright damage because of the Community Day move, but I still got one shield available, sorry about that. So he goes for the Drill Run, so I'm gonna fast move it down, and if he gets to another Drill Run, it's GG. So his Muck comes in, so I need to throw this Dark Pulse straight away. Otherwise, if he gets to a Dark Pulse, it's not gonna finish me off, but still. And I see a Frostlass. I'm like, wow. Yeah, that was a surprise. So Frostlass eats a Dark Pulse and it was GG, well played. So I'm going against a player called Slothylax. So I don't know what that means, but if you are watching my video, please comment down below, why did you call yourself Slothylax? So he leads with the Licky. So this is my threat to my team. Licky is my threat to my team. After this game, he told me, after the whole 3 games, he told me he only got one move on this Licky. So I didn't know, so he baited me so many times. So I switched into my Azu to soak the thing. So he brings in his wonderful Community Day Beedrill with the Drill Run. Obviously, Beedrill with Poison Jab does a lot of damage against this Azu, as you can see. So I'm just going straight into Ice Beams. I'm not messing around. So this is going to be a First Stinger. So his fast attack does more damage. So he get to another First Stinger, that's a good news. But if his attack rose, then it's going to be an issue for me. That's the second time his attack rose. But then again, I bring my Bronzong get rid of that beat draw straight away. So I get to use this confusion. So he did not use the shield. So I quickly switched into my muck to soak this body slam. So whatever lick is doing against my muck is not doing much of damage because it's partly dark. So I use the shield here. So I thought it was going to be like an earthquake or something, or some weird moves. But he still got one shield available, so I'm going to go for the dark pulse. I'm not messing around. Wow, he did not shield on the Frostlass. I think it's a mistake. He should have shielded on the Frostlass and went for the avalanche or something. Now he uses a shield here. Now he's gonna go for the avalanche, I presume, so I can bring my other Pokemon and fast move it down. Literally, GG's. So the last game, Slothylax made a mistake there by not shielding the Frostlass. So he brings a Frostlass here. It's a bad matchup for me. So I'm gonna try to tank the Shadow Ball on my Alola Muck. Hopefully it's gonna be a Shadow Ball. If it's the Avalanche, ouch! So he baited me with the Avalanche. He knew I'm gonna switch, so he's gonna bring his what's this thing called, Toxie. So Toxie's gonna come in, eat a Dark Pulse. So I can bring my Bronzong. He wants me to bring the Bronzong. I can't bring the Azu because yeah, it'll be GG. So I'm not going to shield this one. It's not going to do a lot of damage. It is still super effective, but it's not going to one shot me. So I'm going to go for this Psyshock. Boom. So he uses a shield. So I quickly switched into my Azu, hoping for a Avalanche, but he drops a Shadow Ball on me. So anyway, so I had to shield here, to be honest, because I wasn't expecting a Shadow Ball. I thought it's going to be a Avalanche, but he got me there twice. Then he goes for his fast move attack on my thing, so he knows that I'll get to Ice Beam, so he throws the attack. I think that he undercharged there. It's either undercharge or it's just like that. So I get to my Bronzong and I fast move it down. So I still got like a shield available. So I'm trying to build up to like 2 Psyshock, hopefully. So before he gets to another Avalanche, I should be able to get to another one. As you can see, I got a lot of Psyshock ready to go. So I get the shield, then I'm hoping for the Psyshock, then I managed to get the Psyshock. I accidentally missed a lot of bubbles there. It's great, but still finish this off. Game 2 goes to 1Z. Well played to Slothylax, but he made a lot of mistakes there. It's good to see the game again and learn from the mistakes. So going into the game, third game against Slothylax. Such a good player, but made a couple of mistakes and stuff like that. So he gets the lead again. So he knows I'm gonna swap here. So I couldn't swap for some reason, but I'm gonna tank it because I know it's gonna be an Avalanche, it's gonna be a bait. So I'm gonna go straight into Psyshocks, hopefully get a shield. I got the shield, so this time I'm gonna switch into Azu. So he switches into his Beedrill. So I got a lot of energy off. I shouldn't have clicked on the play rough. I should have went for the Ice Beam instead, but this guy just gonna be a first stinger. But I made a mistake here by going for play rough. You will see why, because I could have got into 2 Ice Beams rather than 1 play rough. So here comes the first stinger. It's gonna rise his attacks. So I went for another Ice Beam. I could have went for like more than an Ice Beam, but because of what, I made a mistake. So he did not shield that one. I don't know why, but maybe he wants to come in and farm. So he comes in and throws a Avalanche. I think that was a mistake there. He shouldn't have thrown the Avalanche. He should have farmed me down. But I bring my Muck. He switches into Toxicroak. So I switched into my Bronzong here. I've still got 2 shields available. There's a lot of mistakes happening in this game, as you can see. The only way to learn is like rewatch the game and yeah, play that smartly. So I'll throw my Psyshock. He uses a shield. so I just got to shield this one. I didn't shield this one, I don't know why. Yeah, so my mark comes in, fast move it down, GG. So this is going to be my round 4. So far I won all 3 games, all 3 rounds, and this is going to be my round 4. So I'm gonna lead with Mark here. Let's see the gameplay and see how well we do in this tournament. So I forgot to like record the first bits, then I realized I forgot recording, so I hit the record button, so I managed to start recording it here. And I used a Dark Pulse, and we did not have like shields available at this rate, so he couldn't shield that Dark Pulse. But this my team is like fully weak to this Skunk Tank, to be honest, because Skunk Tank's doing a lot of good job. And so I'll bring my Venusaur. Even Venusaur can get this Skunk Tank really down, so I'm trying to like catch something, but I managed to come in and finish that off. GG's. So DRJGY, I hope I'm saying that thing right, your name right, Dr. something. So anyway, Skunk Tank comes in. All these crunch is going to be like really super effective, so I had to use the shield here to respect that crunch. So I'm gonna go for the bulldoze, then go for the Psyshock, try to get a shield or just one shot it. Because it's been a dark type, bulldoze will be really effective against that Skunk Tank. So he uses crunch and he quickly switched into his Munchlax. I like Munchlax, to be honest, but it's kind of like weird to use Munchlax here. So I'll bring my Venusaur here. So Venusaur is the only one in my team, and Clado, but Clado haven't got a really good matchup against anything else. So I use a Frenzy Plant on this Munchlax. So he did not shield, so obviously went down. So I can go for a Frenzy Plant if it's not shield against a Frostlass. Frostlass will lose a lot of health because Frenzy Plant's like quite OP. And I'll get to another Frenzy Plant here. Let's see what happens. Okay, he switched into his Skunk Tank to tank that one. That was a really good choice, but I'm not gonna shield this crunches because against Mach I don't need to, like, if it's gonna one-shot me, obviously yes, but if it's not gonna one-shot me, I'm not gonna use a shield against crunch user because I'm a dark type. So anyway, I went for the final Dark Pulse and it finished off that Frostlass game 2-1 or so against this Dr. GYJ. So his name is Dr. JGY. Dr. J. Let's call him Dr. J. As you can see with this avatar, he was ranked 10. In this match, I chose to bring my Clado to see how well I can do against this Skunk Tank because he kept leading with the Skunk Tank. So I brought my Clado with Mud Slap. So as you can see, it does super effective damage. So I'm hoping for the swap. So he brings in his I should have brought in my Venusaur rather than the Mach swap. So I went for the Dark Pulse straight. I'm not messing around. So he can go for the Bulldoze. So I'm gonna shield that correctly, I think. So I get that shield. I mean, he gets my shield, but I get that a lot of energy off him as well, Bulldoze, rather than a Body Slam bait. But he uses a shield there, so I'm sure he's gonna go for another Bulldoze. But I'm gonna take the bait, and it's a Body Slam, but it still does a lot of damage, so I can get to a Dark Pulse. Not a lot of people gonna go and shield on a Munchlax, so I'm hoping for a no shield there. So I'm gonna look to swap. So I swapped into my thing. So I go for the Psychic here. He uses a shield, so that's the good news for me. So I'm just gonna I don't know why I didn't shield this one. Yeah, Avalanche is super effective. So I thought I can bring my Frost Venusaur and finish off this thing here. So I used my last shield. That was the issue. So my plan was to use a Frenzy Plant, and by the time I get to the Skunk Tank and I can quickly swap, but I couldn't swap. As you can see, I tried to swap to catch the Sludge Bomb or whatever. So I swapped now, it's too late. I shouldn't have done that one. I should have waited until whatever happened, but anyway, I went for the Dark Pulse. So a lot of mistakes being made because I should have thrown the Frenzy Plant, then jumped into the thing. But so far in this tournament I won 4. It's a 5-round tournament, so this is the finals. Basically Aaron also, he lost 1 and he won 3. So if he wins this one, it will be a 4-way tie or something like that. But if he loses this one, I'll win 5-0. Let's see how well I do. I want to keep the suspense. But if you already played against me and seen me and you know the results, but if you haven't seen the tournament, if you haven't seen the tournament link or anything like that, well, you'll be in for a surprise. So going into the first game against Aaron, so I catch the lead here. So this is so super effective. So I'm hoping for a swap here, but he didn't swap a lot. So but he brought in his Linoon. I shouldn't have went for Bulldoze here. I should have saved the energy. So I thought I don't need anything else. Then I'll bring my Alola Muck here. So he uses Thunder. Thunder does a lot of damage as well. So I'll go for the Dark Pulse here. He managed to get a lot of energy off me with that Shadow Claw damage. So he uses a shield there. So I'm not going to use the shield here. So you can see how much the Thunder does. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. So I'll go for a Dark Pulse here. And I'm sure he doesn't want to shield this one. So he can come in and farm my Muck. I should have went for Sludge Bomb, but he swapped into Beat Drills. Then I thought, yeah, save the energy. Then I'll just quickly go into the thing. This drill run is so annoying. That nearly one-shot me, and this is not enough energy for them to, like, you know, farm me down. But still, I don't think I have enough to. He's still got 1 shield available still. So I should have just straight away went to Avalanche. So he uses the Hydro Pump here. So I don't know what I'm farming for. He can get to Ice Beam quicker than me. So I use the Shadow Ball and tried to get to an Avalanche, but he managed to finish me off. So I went straight into Dark Pulse here. So he uses a shield. I couldn't get to another Dark Pulse, and Dark Pulse is not going to do much anyway. So Play Rough comes in, GG. He's running Play Rough and Hydro Pump. So going into the second game here. So he leads with Hypno. I'm leading with Bronzong. So Hypno knows Shadow Ball. So Bronzong is weak to Hypno technically. If I don't use the shield correctly, it's GG. So I'm going to swap on the Shadow Ball, but he did not throw the Shadow Ball. He knew that I'm going to swap. So he did not throw the Shadow Ball. So I went for the Muck and with the energy lead, so I can throw Dark Pulses to get the shields off him. So I'm shielding this one. I'm sure this is going to be an Xyzza. He baited me there. Good play. So I'm going to go straight into Dark Pulse again. I don't think he's going to shield this one. So he gets a lot of damage there. So he's going to go straight into Drill Run. I should have shielded this one here. That Drill Run finished me off straight away. So Bronzong comes in and he can bait me with the Thunder Punch with Hypno, or he brings thing in Asmero in, because he knows that I'm running from something else, Venusaur at the back. He thought I'm running a Frostlass at the back, so I brought in my thing. What's this thing called? Venusaur. I used the shield on the Thunder Punch. He baited me. Now he's gonna go for Shadow Ball because he farmed up a lot of energy. So, and plus Hypno's super effective with his confusions and stuff. So that was a really bad play from me. So here comes another Shadow Ball, I presume. Boom, Shadow Ball comes in. That's GG. So I'm debating what to choose for my last game. So I went with Alola Muck lead. Yeah, so this is alright for me because Shadow Claw's not doing much of damage, but I'm gonna keep going into Dark Pulses. I'm just gonna throw Dark Pulses, and yeah, so I'm gonna use a shield here, and it's a Grass Knot. It baited me. So anyway, so he's gonna go. I'm gonna go for another Dark Pulse here. And yeah, he uses a shield. So this one's going to be a Thunder. I think it's going to be Thunder. If it's a Grass Knot, it's good for me. Thunder, it does a lot of damage. I was hoping for a swap here, but I did not swap. So I'm going to go straight into Dark Pulse. So he knows the matchup. I haven't trained against this kind of team. So I switched into my Venusaur. He switched into his Beedrill. So I don't know why I went for Sludge Bomb. Thinking, yeah, Beedrill is a flying type. It's not a flying type. It's a bug type. So he's gonna throw a Fail Stinger or X-Scissor. I'm sure it's an X-Scissor. Yeah, X-Scissor. So he's trying to go for a Frenzy Plant, but he uses an X-Scissor. You can see, and tapped on the Frenzy Plant there. Managed to get that Frenzy Plant. Yeah, he uses the last shield there, so he's gonna just literally farm me down. So bring in Bronzong here, and he's gonna throw a Drill Run because he got a lot of energy off my Venusaur. So you can see that Drill Run does a lot of damage there, mate. Lot of damage. So I tried to tank the Play Rough or Hydro Pump on this, but he tricked me. He did not. He knows that I'm gonna switch. So he's gonna Hydro Pump me. Yeah, Hydro Pump me. It's 3-0. So anyways, at the end of this tournament, so I went up 4-1. So won 4 rounds and lost the last round against Aaron Crikey. Such a good player. He is the organizer for this tournament. I think he lost the first game in the tournament. That's why he went 4-1. It was a really good game, but this team was made about 20 minutes prior to the tournament. I was rushing it, and I thought, let me check Clado. People were talking about Clado having Mud Slap and stuff, but I did not sim it or anything like that. So I did not know how to play Clado. As you can see in the gameplay, I did not even bring the Clado because yeah, it's just there on the bench pressure or something like that. It will just get people not to bring, what's this thing called, Skunk Tank or Muck or anything like that are weak to this Clado. If they knew if Clado got Mud Slap, so they wouldn't bring it. So it's kind of like a bench pressure Pokemon for me. I did not bring a lot, maybe probably 2 games. You've probably seen 2 games in this video. But anyway guys, it's kind of too late here while I'm recording this video. Yeah, so I don't have any time to like record any videos during the daytime, so I managed to do it after 12 UK time, so I'm kind of tired now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do subscribe, like, and comment and all that stuff, and thanks for watching. Z's out. Peace out.